There is now a military mission in Syria against the Islamic State. If more countries had moved sooner to intervene militarily in Syria, either against the Islamic State or to help the Free Syrian Army, might the military situation be different today?
No one knows an answer to that question. We have to face realities as they are right now. And the reality is that this terrorist organization operates in both Syria and Iraq. And that's why I welcome the US-led military operation to stop the advance of this terrorist organization and eventually defeat it.
What is NATO's role in supporting that mission?
No one has requested a NATO role. However, at the NATO summit recently, we stated that if there is a request from the Iraqi government, we stand ready to help the Iraqis build their own defense capacity. Let me remind you that until 2011 we had a training mission in Iraq, and NATO stands ready to resume those activities if requested by the Iraqi government. Furthermore, we can help coordinate assistance from individual allies, and finally we have also decided to strengthen exchange of intelligence and information to counter the risk and threats from foreign fighters returning to our home countries.
Early in your tenure at NATO, there was a lot of effort to reach out to Russia and improve relations between Russia and NATO. What went wrong with that over Ukraine?
Well, the Russians took a decision in a blatant breach with international law and their commitments, including breach of the fundamental principles of cooperation between NATO and Russia. That is what went wrong. But still, I think it was the right thing to do to try and develop a partnership between NATO and Russia. After the end of the Cold War, we had an historic chance to create something new in Europe, a Europe whole, free and at peace. And to that end, we also need cooperation with Russia. However, today we have to realize that Russia doesn't consider us a partner but an adversary, and we'll have to adapt to that.
The ISAF forces in Afghanistan, you've clearly been watching the Afghan political process. There now appears to be a political solution between the two contenders for that. What will be NATO's role? What are your thoughts on the Afghan political process, and how does NATO move forward from here?
First of all, I welcome that the two presidential candidates have agreed on a power-sharing arrangement, and now I look forward to a quick signing of the security arrangements, the bilateral security agreement between the US and Afghanistan, and the NATO Status of Forces agreement. And once they are signed, hopefully already next week, the way is paved for a deployment of a NATO-led training mission from the 1st of January 2015.
Are Afghan security forces up to the job?
I'm confident that the Afghan security forces can take full responsibility for the security in Afghanistan by the end of this year as planned. They have been in the lead of security operations during the last year, and they have handled also difficult security situations quite professionally.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.